Internet. It's Matt here with a very special episode of the Dork Lords. Friend of the show, Chris, recently cosplayed at C2E2, the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. What did he cosplay as? Why, of course, Tri-Klops, that famed He-Man villain from the 80s. Awesome idea. In any case, I asked, hey, Chris, would you record your exploits as you cosplay through C2E2? And he did, and he sent me the footage, and I've edited it, and here you go, everybody. It's the life of a cosplayer at C2E2. Many thanks to Chris.
Hi guys, Chris here. Hey, we were at C2E2 this last weekend, and one of the cool things we like to do, or fun things we like to do, is cosplay. So, in the past years, we started out pretty simple, and we've progressively challenged ourselves to do more complicated costumes, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I think this year actually worked pretty well, and there's always room for improvement, but thought I would just show you what we did this year in case you were thinking of doing your own. Behind me, you can see the chest piece for Tri-Klops, a villain with 3 eyes from He-Man, Masters of the Universe cartoons. I didn't see a lot of people doing Tri-Klops actually online, but one guy did a really cool one. It was made out of Home Depot garbage cans, and he said it was really heavy. He said he couldn't see out of it because it was better to look good than to see good. So I'm here at the C2E2. There's a live band playing in the background, and also I have my coat on because apparently I went through this security check with metal detectors in a long line, and now I have to go back around to do it again if I want to use the coat check, so I'm not doing that right now. That's great. So one of the things you can see here is that I'm working in a pretty small room, a small bedroom, in a condo, so you can do this anywhere. You don't need a giant house. It helps if you have ventilation, for sure, if you're doing some work. But you can get away with having pretty small space if you need to. Here, I'll just show you the crime scene that is my cosplay arts table right now. You can see some paint, water, some paper towels, newspaper. There's the breastplate from Tri-Klops, and kind of the old newspaper rack I'm using, magazine rack I'm using to hold it up so I could dry it and paint it and all that stuff. We've got paints. We've got shredded paper for paper mache. We've got I'll show you that, but that's actually called Warbler. That's a plastic that you can mold with some heat applied, and that's the I made that into one giant belt piece instead of 2. One other thing I can't forget to mention is the He-Man, which is more like caveman, furry underpants. Yeah, the furry underpants, or as we made it, kind of a skirt or skirt or kilt or whatever you want to call it. Made that and booties out of the same material. There's some fuzzy faux material from Joann's. And you can see there's a little elastic strap that broke off, but it held pretty good at the con. And just put these over your boots. When we move, you already know. So just couple cool things, at least that I was pretty proud of. These are bracers. They're pretty solid. They're painted orange, but they started as the Warbler, the plastic that I showed before. I formed this basically around my wrists after heating it up a lot. Be careful you don't burn yourself while you're doing that. That can be a downside. This right here is just a circle of the leftover Warbler, and this one I experimented with, and I balled up a little extra, put it underneath the circle, and kind of fused it all together to itself with the glue that's built into the plastic. This is paper mache. I started out just putting tinfoil over my head. Originally it was just a skull cap, which you can see the black part is the original skull cap. And then I basically cut apart a cereal box and kind of wrapped it around a pot that I had. And I formed the first layer of paper mache around that when I had the basic shape, which held pretty much, but there's probably better ways to do that. Then I just made this visor, and then I put a top on it, kind of like a toilet lid, and paper mache the whole thing together. And then just painted it. Painted, I think, 2 layers of green, maybe 3, and then I did this for all the eyes. I took a different color for the pupil, like Tri-Klops. You know, you could get crazy and do this LED lights, or I've seen some people suggest doing a half Christmas ornament. There you go, there's the whole outfit. I'm cheating because I'm not wearing a boot under one of my feet, but otherwise, that's pretty much what I wear there. So thanks for watching.